Titan Toys is having its sale.
Titan, if I see those toys next week, you're going to regret it.
April 24th through the 26th.
My precious.
72 hours only at titantoys.com.
Maybe I can keep just one?
Don't you dare.
Ah!
From your friends at titantoys.com.
Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. So, I'm gone back in time, everybody. This is kind of weird for me. My laptop, the one I usually the newer laptop that I had, died. So I had to scramble just before I started this show because usually I stream around 1 a.m. right. It literally died before I started the stream. So that was crazy. So I had to scramble, grab my old laptop, had to set everything up again. I had to redo all my settings. So if everything's a bit saturated, if things are a little bit off, that's the reason why that is. As a matter of fact, is this in focus? That's kind of weird. That in and of itself is kind of weird. Anyway, welcome back to the stream, everybody. Wow, it is a crazy time right now to be a toy collector. Today's theme's kind of weird. I've been thinking about a lot these days for a lot of different reasons. But there's a lot of things to consider. I consider myself pretty lucky as a toy collector. You know what I mean? I've had some really good experiences hunting toys. And I've had a lot of good luck and good friends who have helped me out along the way over the years. And it surprises a lot of people that I only really started getting back into toys about 3 or 4 years ago, right? It's kind of hard to get keep track of these things because life moves really really fast. But yeah, believe it or not, it's only been a couple of years since I actually started collecting. A lot of people think I've been doing this for like decades, but the reality is it's only actually been a few years. That shocks me too. You know what I mean? That is a huge surprise for myself. I often wonder if things would be different. At any given time if I had not really. How can I say this properly? If I hadn't, um, sorry, I think I'll put it this way: if the pandemic had never actually happened, right? If the pandemic had never actually happened, would we still be in the situation, or would I still be in the situation that I am right now? Uh, you know, and have gotten the bug for collecting all over again. You know what I mean? I often wonder that myself, but I like to think that I always had the inclination to start collecting again. But it's just something in some. This is what usually happens in your life. In your life, what tends to happen is something triggers, that inert idea inside of you. So there's. I think all collectors are collectors at heart, and it's something that really there's a trigger. There's always a trigger that is set off when you start collecting again. Um, because I did collect toys up to a certain point when I was younger. You know what I mean? And it was only for the longest time I'd stopped. You know what I mean? Um, and I remember I went through phases as a collector. Right? I was into, again, like just like everybody else. I was into Master Universe. I was into Brave Star. I was into what's it called, Black Star. I was into Centurions, Cops. I was into so many different toy lines when I was a kid. GI Joe, right? And then somewhere along Thundercats. Holy crap, Thundercats! And then somewhere along the lines, you're told to grow up. You know that moment that you get to when, and you know what, I was lucky. I was lucky. My parents never actually told me that. My parents actually never told me to grow up. They were very very supportive of all my decisions, of all my choices. But at some point in your life, someone's going to come up to you, right? And they're going to look at you and say, "Aren't you a little old to be watching cartoons? Aren't you a little bit old to be collecting toys? Right? Aren't you a little bit old to be playing video games?" These are the questions that plagued my generation. Um, I think that was really one of the big things when I was growing up. It was um, there was a certain expectation, right, for you to hit a certain plateau, hit a certain age, and then it wasn't actually it wasn't socially acceptable to do certain things. It wasn't socially acceptable to hang on to your action figures. It wasn't socially acceptable to continue playing video games. It wasn't socially acceptable to read comics anymore. It wasn't socially acceptable to do any of that stuff, right? And I think that is a holdover for my generation, and for a lot of you, your generation, right? I think that there was a lot of pressure put on our generation, for everybody here who's probably in the same situation as I was growing up, to grow up. I think, having said that word, right, grow up as an adult, right? And even today, I think that there are those expectations as well. um it's fascinating. It's fascinating how, in the last, I guess, 20 years, attitudes have changed a lot. Attitudes around collecting, attitudes around what is acceptable as an adult have really sort of come around, and um, the society as a whole has really changed, and it has a lot to do with the fact that we are now the adults. You know what I mean? Like we as uh, yeah, it's funny to say that. You know what I mean? But it is one of those things where we as adults now get to say, "Hey, that's not appropriate. Hey, maybe you should grow up. Hey, maybe you should stop playing video games. Hey, maybe you should stop collecting toys." We are now the ones in that seat that our parents were originally, and saying, "Hey, maybe you should go get a job. Hey, maybe you should try to become more mature, right? Why are you still going out and partying every night? Why are you still going to the bars? Why are you still watching sports? All these whys, right? Why? And it's crazy because I think it was around the time of the mid 2000s, 2010s, that I think with the rise of things like the Marvel MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DC's cinematic universe, all these properties, which again, they're all based on comic books, they're all based on popular culture and anime. Anime really did change a lot of things. Anime was so fringe when it first came to North America, and I was there. A lot of us were there for that movement. You know what I mean? That was a really crazy time to be into cartoons and to be into Japanese animation. Um, there was such a stigma around anime, and the fact that it's a lot of people just say, "Oh, that's that pornographic cartoons," right? There was a lot of that growing up, right? And a lot of people just didn't understand what anime was, right? But with the introduction of Sailor Moon and Shogun Warriors, sorry, Samurai Warriors, and of course Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. I'm Canadian. What do you expect? But look it up. If you look up in Japanese how they pronounce it, it's pronounced Dragon Ball Z, just like it is here in Canada. So, fun fact. Fun fact. Um, and I think that really helped to set the stage for the dynamic shift in attitudes. that people were still watching cartoons even up until like they're well into their teenage years, and into their early 20s. The anime scene as well, the conventions that were surrounding them, they helped to shape a lot of people's attitudes, and even the introduction of cosplay. The word itself is a play on two different words in English, combined together for the Japanese costume play, right? So that itself, as well, it became a huge linchpin for a lot of people to actually enjoy anime well past their teenage years and into their 20s and 30s. Um, and I myself was very fortunate to be able to indulge in those things as I got out of college and into my what's it called, into my career, right, as a graphic designer. Um, I've been fortunate enough that I never actually lost my passion for those things. I think that at one point, though, as I started out talking about this, is I had to stop. I actually ended up concentrating more on my career, and then I ended up sort of like leaving the collecting scene behind. Um, because again, it's not that I didn't have the money to do it. It's not that I didn't have the time to do it. Um, I guess it's just because I wanted to really focus on my career. And I think that that's really one of the things that happened, right? I stopped collecting because I was collecting everything. I was collecting Evangelion, action figures. I was collecting Berserk action figures. I was collecting, Record of Lotus War figures, Tenchimuyo figures, Akira figures from McFarlane. You know what I mean? I was collecting, what's it called? Final Fantasy VII figures. You guys have only basically seen, this. If I was to actually go back to my mom's place, I still have a whole shelf full of like Japanese toys, right? And of course the solo Chokugen stuff. Like this stuff, I've never really stopped collecting. It's just that every now and then I have to kind of like not stop necessarily, but it's hard to collect those, and those are really really expensive, right? But you know it's one of those things where I never really stopped. You know what I mean? It was always here in the back of my head, but things, your life situations change. Some people get married. Some people, decide that they have to take their career to the next level, right? Some people have tragedies in their life where they have to rethink, the way they do things. And I think that happens to all of us, right? But inevitably you're always going to come back to your old habits. You know what I mean? It's all up in here. Once a collector, always a collector. And I think that that's really what drives a lot of us as people, geeks. You know what I mean? Us as the geek community, us as the nerdy community that's out there. We are there's something in us that drives us to learn more about our the popular culture that we are really attracted to. You know what I mean? Why did I hold on to Master Universe so long after not even talking about it for decades? You know what I mean? Like there's the other thing. I substituted Saturday morning cartoons to anime for the longest time. It was a crazy thing, right? I was like hardcore anime for the longest time. I didn't talk about Master Universe. I didn't talk about GI Joe. Not that I didn't love them. Sunbow cartoons, guys. Fun fact: a lot of the '80s cartoons that we watched were anime. A lot of people don't realize that. The Sunbow cartoons, the actual company utilized Japanese animators to actually create, the movies and the television shows that we all know and love. Marvel Productions, everything, it was all done in Japan, right? It's actually pretty crazy how that evolves, right? So in a lot of ways, we were all ingrained with this Japanese anime idea, because that's what it was. It was Japanese anime. We just didn't even know it. It was crazy. Um, but yeah, again, it's one of those things where at some point in every collector's life, right, and their journey as a collector, somebody's going to come up to you. Somebody's going to come up to you and they're gonna ask the same question that you probably heard 1,000 freaking times, right? It's gonna be that same burning question that is prevalent in every collector's brain, because you hear it so fucking often. It's just the same thing over and over again. Someone's gonna come up to you and inevitably ask that crazy question: when are you going to stop collecting toys? Why do you collect toys? Right? What is it that drives you to do this? And it's that crazy thing. So sometimes, like, you sort of like, you kind of brush it off, right? It's just one of those things, like, they don't understand. They don't get it. But there comes a point where you sort of sit down and you actually start thinking, you come to that idea, and it just hits you. You're like, why am I collecting? Why am I doing this? What is it that is making me do this? Like, why do I collect these action figures? Why do I collect these toys? Why do I collect anything? Why do I collect DVDs? Why do I collect CDs? Why do I collect cars? Why do I collect baseball memorabilia? Why does anybody collect anything? Why are you a collector? You can substitute any physical thing, right? Or sometimes digital thing, or sometimes game, right? You can literally take the sentence I started with and substitute it with any one of those tangible or even non-tangible concepts, right? Because for a while people were collecting NFTs. What the hell was that about? Um, but yeah, it was a thing. I know several people who invested tens of thousands of dollars into NFTs. Don't ask me what they're doing with those NFTs right now. That's a different discussion for a different evening. That is a completely different discussion for a different evening. If you want an NFT, you should actually pick up this guy because he comes with an NFT, a physical NFT you can actually hold. By the way, it's a cube of NFT. Anyway, yeah. So it's one of those things. You will inevitably someone who, I guess, supposedly, who does care about you for the most part. I guess the ones who really ask you the question are people who care about you. And sometimes just complete strangers. You're at a convention and people, again, what the hell are you doing at a convention if you're asking me that question? But anyway, sometimes you're just a really good one that comes up to me all the time is you'll be at Walmart, you'll be at Target, you'll be at Toys R Us, right? And somebody will walk up to you as you're in the toy aisle looking at a toy, and the encounter is usually the same. The encounter is usually the same. Um, if you're in the toy aisle for like Hot Wheels, it's probably gonna be assumed that you're buying it for your kids. If you're in the toy aisle for action figures, I guess people will start with that concept, but then all of a sudden they'll see you reach for the really expensive one, and then they have that double take, right? And then basically, the brave people will actually come up to you and just ask, spark up a conversation or whatever. And even though it starts off pleasant and very cordial and whatever, eventually it'll come up to the idea of like, who are you buying that for, right? Or is that for your kid, or is that for blah blah blah? And it's at that moment. It's that little moment in your head, right? Where like for me, I don't. Here's the thing. For me, I don't give two rats butts. Okay, I don't really give two rats asses. I will go ahead and say, "No, it's for me." Right? I will literally just come out and say, "Yeah, this is for me. I'm buying it for myself." But I know people who struggle with this. I know, like I've gotten comments in my comment section where some people have even said, "Aren't you ashamed to be shopping, out in the open? Like how can you live with yourself going to the toy aisle by yourself and being, like, if somebody catches you, what do you do?" Right? I'm like, the hell are you talking about? Right? Like that's the thing. And of course, you got me, right? A grown ass man, with my freaking phone out, just doing, people see me do. I'm doing this, I'm like, hey guys, check this one out. And we just found this one, and I found that one, and look, oh, there's grapple again. That's another grapple, right? I'm just going around the toy aisles like this, looking like an idiot, right? And inevitably somebody courageous enough, or what do they call them again? What do they call them? Susan's? No, what do they call them? I think it's a male and female thing now. Uh, Kathy? Anyway, the people who are nosy enough to actually ask the question, right? They'll literally come out, "What are you doing?" And you know they'll start pressing you. You know what I mean? Because you're like, you either get somebody who's like, "Why are you filming?" Right? Or you know something, or "What are you doing?" Right? And then they'll continue pressing you and pressing you, and they'll eventually they'll come up to you and say, like, "Are you buying that for yourself?" And you know, and then you have to make a decision. Like, do you lie about it or do you actually tell the truth? Right? Like, so me and myself, I don't give two I don't give two rats out. I'll say exactly what's on my mind. So yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm just doing a video, and I got a small YouTube channel, and blah blah blah. And like, oh my god, really? And it's like, yeah, yeah, you know what though? You know, what are you doing in this aisle? Sometimes I ask that question. Sometimes I ask, what are you doing here? Which I think is hilarious because then you get this one or the other thing, right? Either they're doing the same thing that you're doing, or they're just being nosy. They are being, uh, yeah. What are they called again? Like Karen, Karens. Yeah, I think people call them Karens or whatever. Right? That's where. Why did what how did that come up? Where's Karen come from? Like, I feel sorry for anybody who actually has the name Karen right now. Right? It's a terrible thing to do. That's ridiculous. Why anyway? Um, you know, those really nosy people, right? And they have to know what the hell you're doing, right? So anyway, uh, I've known people who basically have straight out freaking lied. No, no, it's for my kid, right? And then they leave you alone. But if you're like me, who doesn't give two shits, and you say, yeah, no, I'm buying this for myself, right? Then they're like, aren't you a little old to be playing with toys? And I'm like, uh, I just say no, man. I'm a collector, right? And that brings up a whole different bunch of questions, right? Because like, collector, what are you talking? Like, you collect this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I collect this stuff. What do you do with it? I pose them. I put them on display. I have a glass cabinet, and I'll be honest with you, I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating talking to some of these people. Some people are very cordial. Some people are actually cool that, they're going, oh, that's really neat. That's a really cool hobby. When in the back of their heads, are like, man, this guy, you're a freaking, you're a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, you know when people are being sincere, and then you know when people are like, yeah, I think I'll walk away right now. Um, but it's always that little interesting exchange. But then you have those people who are just straight out rude. You know what I mean? They're like, you're like, oh man, you're too old for that. Why don't you leave it for the kids? I got that too. I've got that too. Actually, I get that from employees more than I get it from anybody else. I actually actually had, because you hunt long enough, and the employees start to know who you are. You know what I mean? I don't know if a lot of you guys ever experienced this, because you walk into the store, they know that you're there because you have kind of like, you have time at lunch, you have time at, like, after hours or whatever, or really really early in the morning. So whenever an employee actually figures out who you are, then they start, getting to know you or whatever, which is cool. But then you have those employees who are just dicks, and they're like, you better leave some for the kids. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Like, this it's a crazy time to be a collector. It really is, and it's that idea of being judged. You know what I mean? There again, there's still a certain perception, right? There's still a certain perception of what's proper at this stage of your life. You know what I mean? And it's that crazy situation sometimes. And I catch myself. I do, and this is what I think that's where I am right now. Sometimes you catch yourself, and you just, you're putting your toys away. You're free. You just got something cool. You're really excited. Um, but then you kind of had that what the fuck moment. You know what I mean? You kind of sit there like, why did I buy this? You know what I mean? There's that thing where sometimes you get into this pattern, right? Where you're just going out, and you're looking for something new, and all of a sudden, you heard about something from social media, a news channel, right? The Foosh, maybe you heard it from Toy Habits, maybe you heard it from somewhere else, and you just, you run out the door, you go grab it, you come back home, and all of a sudden you're like, why the fuck did I buy this thing? Right? You're sitting here, you just spent $70 on, like, what's it called, a vamp, You know what I mean, or something like that. Oh, I guess vamp is not a good example. No, what is that thing? Like one of the McFarlane statues, right? You spent like $35 on a $35-$40 on a McFarlane statue, and you just come home and you're holding on to this gigantic freaking box, right? It's freaking huge, right? And you're just literally sitting there. You're like, why the hell did I buy this thing, right? You get caught up in the whole game, right? You get caught up in the whole hunting situation, right? Um, and it's that moment where you're sort of like double guessing yourself and like, yeah, am I a little too old to be buying toys right now? And I think a lot of us do get into that pattern. And I've known people, I've known collectors who have purged everything. They like we could like we should end up. It's called the purge. Okay, like forget murdering people in the streets. No, this is the freaking toy purge. When you have to like alleviate yourself of the burden of toys. You know what I mean? You're being buried by your action figures, right? And that's that moment where like your whole collection no longer makes you happy, right? And people get to that point. There are a lot of people who get to that point. Um, but there's usually a catalyst for it, right? Either it's a financial catalyst, right? Or perhaps it's just a realization that Funko Pops aren't toys. Okay, go ahead. Murder me in the comments right now. You guys know that I am not the biggest fan of Funko Pops. Okay, um, I know. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends who have fucking walls of this stuff, like literal freaking walls. They have replaced their entire wall with Funkos. They're not even open for crying out loud. Funko, if like I challenge anybody who actually has a gigantic wall of Funkos to tell me what they do. What do Funkos do, everybody? Anybody who collects Funkos, what do they actually do? Does anybody even remember why a Funko exists? Like, what is a Funko Pop's actual purpose? What is its action feature? Does anybody even remember what a Funko Pop's action feature is? I wonder if anybody actually still remembers what they were originally intended for. Somebody try and I'm challenging people right now to tell me what is it that Funko Pops were originally created for. What is their action feature? What is their action feature? I think a lot of you will be surprised by that by that by that definition, right? Here's a hint: they sometimes give them out at baseball games. Um, that's there's a good hint, and Raymond actually already figured it out. He's Raymond's always on the ball. Raymond is on the ball. Wolverine also understands. Everybody right now is remembering the assignment. Everybody, yes, Raymond, they are bobbleheads. If anybody didn't remember that Funko Pops are fucking bobbleheads, then you have lost the point of collecting the Funko Pop. Okay, they're freaking bobbleheads for fuck's sake. Wolverine figured it out. Of course, they bobble. Dave Sinelli, yes, they're supposed to do this. Okay, this is the action feature. God, I'm gonna break my neck. That is the action feature of a Funko Pop, right? Neo Celestia, what's going on, my friend? Always great to see Neo Celestia when they're available. Issuing a challenge to us requires looking at my chat too. Oh, Neo Celestia, you devil, you devil. Great, always great to see you. Love you, miss you. We'll see you soon. I hope. I'm gonna go back and say hi to everybody because I've been rambling on for like a half an hour here. Todd C, they were pops. They were made for hoarder. They were that. See, that's the thing. People really don't understand or remember what they are actually made for. I think that's the real problem here. People do not remember. Shaz the Guru's in the house. I hate pops. Dude, you and I are on the same level here, man. You and I are on the same level here, brother. Derek Kuto, good. I met Derek at the Ajax Comic Con. Well, sorry, Ajax Collecticon. Jay, welcome. Come to Whitby Comic Con. Me and my cousin will be there. Was fun seeing you after watching all these years. It was really great meeting Derek. It really was. Thanks, Derek. Really appreciate it, brother. Chad Stewart. They stare at you with a dumb look. I'm not even sure they're staring at you. Okay, I'm not even sure they're staring at you. I really don't know. These are not eyes, okay? These little two black dots, they are gumdrops. Okay, they are not eyes. Like they are akin to Gingy. Okay, from Shrek. Okay, can you tell I'm not a big Funko Pop fan? Like, I appreciate what they did. A multi-billion-dollar company now. You know what I mean? Like, but I could never get on board with them. Pops are less cool reaction figures. Even I have a bit of a thing there too. Toy Sorceress is in the house. What's going on, Toy Sorceress? Always great to see Toy Sorceress. Hey Jay, just popping in to say hi, and to you the chat, relaxing on the sofa. Good to see you. I tried to convince Toy Sorceress to come in, but she's too comfortable and relaxing at home. So her Castle Grayskull. So we're not gonna try and force her too much. So always great to see Toy Sorceress. Um, I've divested most of my pops, unless taking up valuable shelf space. Exactly. I think a lot of people got into pops, and then eventually they sort of like phase out. I think that's really what it ends up being. It's pretty crazy. Um, Bryce H. I own two, and one was a gift. Cobra Commander and the Fang with Cobra Commander. All the Funkos I own, and I'm not gonna say I don't own any Funkos. All the Funkos I own have been gifts. Okay, I've never bought a Funko on my own. Like, seriously, I just not. Okay, fine. Yeah, no. Neo Celestial's right. Caroline Eyes. All right, Caroline Eyes. Yes, that is a perfect descriptor. Raymond, did Raymond say that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Raymond said it. Caroline Eyes, yes. But Carolines are button eyes. Those are not button eyes. Those are some sort of, teardrop, eye dabber thing. You know what I mean? It's just black, soulless thing. I don't know how else to better explain Funko Pops. Stormfire Blizzard. Sorry. Stormfire Blizzard. Pops are the broken collector statue. The broke collector statue claim. No, man. No. They are expensive. What are you talking about? Pops are freaking expensive, dude. Pops are expensive for what they are. For what they are, they're expensive. Chad, Jay, you were a Beanie Baby hater, weren't you? I didn't even know that thing even happened. You know what I mean? I was. It was not on my radar. Okay, as far as I know, they were little beanie bags, like actually beanie bags. And you know what? If I ever came across one, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I think that's really what it ends up being. Neo Celestia. Only Funko I ever bought was Deadpool Bob Ross. That was the one too funny to pass up. Well, you know what? There are they are. That's exactly what it was, though, right? That's exactly what Funkos were. They were these. There were these like incredibly simple representations of a nostalgic piece, and because they were so generic in the way they looked, anybody could read into whatever it is they remember as a child, as growing up, or some sort of nostalgia associated with it, right? Whether it was Dukes of Hazzard, whether it was Beetlejuice, whether it was Dungeons and Dragons, whether it was The Office, or whatever you were into at the time, you could just basically put in a different sort of hair sculpt or whatever the heck it was. You could put on a different suit or whatever it was, and you could read into that as your as your icon for that figure. And that's exactly what happened. That was the spell that Funko Pops had on us. It was freaking crazy. Chad says Beanie Babies are cooler than Pops. Crackers don't matter, says boo. CDM, man. Smitty X 1981, kind of like Reaction. Again, I still have a lot more respect for Reaction than I do for Funko Pops. I think that's really what it is, and they have every IP on the planet too. Yes, they spent a lot of money and resources on licensing IPs, and good on them. Good on them. It worked. It worked. They went from like an obscure company making weird little tchotchkes, right, to this freaking multi-billion-dollar industry just going absolutely apeshit, like selling these things like absolute hotcakes. And like I said, they're bobbleheads, right? So they're supposed to bobble. Nobody takes these things out of the freaking packages. I dare you to find somebody who has more than 3 of these things on their desk bobbling away. I dare you. I guarantee you, they don't have more than 3 of them. It's crazy, right? The rest of them are lining their walls like wallpaper. It's absolutely freaking nuts. A lot of people in the chat right now. Thank you guys for being here tonight. It's always great to see you guys. Let's go back and say hi to everybody. Who's here tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, especially this late. Chad Stewart, of course, is in the house. Frankie Rivera, let's go. Rhea Black, always great to see Rhea. How are you doing tonight? Ryan Lay, another wonderful friend who I met at the Toy Cons. Jay, can't stick around for long tonight. My philosophy is on the matter is people do need to do more of what makes them happy. Action figures are tiny pieces of art. There you go. Absolutely, and I totally agree with you, Ryan. 100%. Jay Coombs is in the house. What's going on, my friend? All the way from Chicago. Always great to see Jay Coombs. Thank you, brother. Raymond Chong, EST. Yes, it was EST. I know it looks like I was late, but it was technical difficulties. Andrew Davis, better to start late than never. Thank you so much, Andrew. Always good to see you. Helian Dread is in the house. Aaron Hardy. Wasn't sure if Jay was going to stream. You can guarantee that I will stream, but eventually or whenever. As long as you see a thumbnail, you know it's going to be on. Gonzo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing tonight, Gonzo? Natural Nate Marvel's in the house. Good to see you. Rodimus Prime, 1982. Mythic Dolphin, what's going on, my friend? My 8-year-old daughter has a Taekwondo competition 9. Just saying hi. She will be competing in form and board breaking. Wow. Raising your kids right. Get those activities in them. Thank you so much, Mythic Dolphin, for sharing. That's awesome. Rustic Island. Jay, as a collector, I struggle with this question. Where do I want my collection to go when I die? You know what? It's crazy because what you really want to do, unfortunately, I hate to say it this way, is bequeath it to somebody who cares. Because I can tell you right now, most of your family will not care. Okay, or allow your family to part with it. You know what I mean? Like allow your family to sell it, right? Don't guilt them into holding on to it. Just let them sell it, right? It's worth something to somebody, right? Rustic Island. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you suggestions. Okay, let's make that clear, right? Because either you bequeath it to somebody who cares, a fellow collector, a friend who you met along the way, who loves toys just as much as you do, or like I said, like bequeath it to your family, your kids, your significant other, whoever it is, and just say, look, whatever it's worth, just sell it. You know what I mean? Make somebody else happy with your collection in whatever way they want. But again, it's just a suggestion. It's not. I'm not telling anyone what to do. Tac Tac Toys, what's going on? Simple answer: because it brings nostalgia or pure, unadulterated fun and joy. That is a great answer. Tac Tac Toys, 100%. And that's what I wanted for tonight to actually, get some conversation going because I do sometimes I struggle with this, right? Sometimes as a collector, I do struggle with this. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with all these toys, right? I mean, literally, I'm not even joking about this. I have, effectively buried myself in a lot of ways with my collection. I mean, it's everywhere. It's a part of my life. Right now, whether I want it to be or not, but of course I want it to be part of my life. I love this stuff. But there always will be the question at one point, why do we do this? Why do we collect? Like, or am I too old to collect? Aaron Hardy, MP Transformers and a doubling in pay got me back in. See, that's another catalyst. Exactly, Aaron. Better Ray Bob, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? War Chest full of toys. War Chest has entered the chat. He has indeed. I was baffed for a long time and couldn't afford it. It is what happens, right? And then when you start getting into money, which a lot of people did during the pandemic, let's not candy coat that. It triggers something in your brain to start doing things, right? It just does. I'm an 80s kid after 80s, and after having 80s toys during childhood, comics inspired me to want physical representations of the characters in the action figure form so I could recreate those battles myself. Exactly. Same thing in the cartoons. Same thing with stories in your head. Harry Potter. I mean, it's endless, right? It's endless, right? Frankie Rivera, Thundercats ho! Yes, Thundercats ho. Bryce H. I was 12 when other kids made fun of me for still liking G.I. Joe back in the 87. Yes, absolutely. I had a friend, his name was Errol, and he would bring G.I. Joes to high school, and people would ridicule him, like just lambast him. And I was always like, why? I get it. We're told as we're growing up to stop playing with toys. But I mean, the dude wanted to have fun. He was not hurting anybody, right? Let him do whatever he wants, man. Like that's what you should like. Do what you're gonna do. Gonzo. Those are the people that got so busy in life that they lost sight of their imagination and dreams. I hear where you're coming from, Gonzo, but there are responsibilities too, right? That does happen. And sometimes you're just with a significant other who doesn't appreciate what you appreciate, right? I think that I really do have to say you have to cherish the partners that you have who allow you to enjoy what you enjoy. You know what I mean? For they may not understand it, but the fact that they let you live out your collecting habits, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? And again, don't be like me, right? Don't be the person who lets their collection get out of hand the way it has here. And like I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to clean up downstairs. I'm trying my best to get rid of all this stuff in the living space. I'm trying, right? And you're gonna see that as I start posting more videos. But yeah, it's that delicate balance, right? It's that delicate balance between your significant other and the people around you. Raymond Chong, I went I went from buying complete baths waves to two Marvel Legend figures a year. It happens, right? It happens, and then you start getting very very selective, right? Um, the truth of the matter is, I'm only collecting so many lines now, and I'm very very selective about what it is. But that's also predicated on the idea that they've gotten so expensive. It really has become a real slog to collect all the lines I used to collect. Um, Tac Tac Toys. The problem is those civilians who question the hobby don't realize that there's a difference between children's toys and adult collectibles with action figures that fall under. This is true. I mean, like it always surprised me when somebody says, isn't that for a kid? Have you seen the price of this thing? I really don't understand how it can be for a kid. But again, to some people, it doesn't make a difference. A toy is a toy, and I can understand where that comes from. Frankie Rivera, the kid inside me is alive and happy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rustic Island. I figured that I would want some more sentimental items buried with me if I die. Some of these items being my favorite figures of all time. Absolutely. I feel the exact same way. I don't know how they're going to fit Cat's Lair into my coffin though. That's going to be that's going to be a tall order. That's going to be a tall order. Like it's going to be hard to get that thing in there. I'm telling you. I'll talk about the Super 7 one, by the way. Frankie Rivera, Aaron Hardy. Sorry. Anybody I haven't said hi to? Sorry about that, guys. Gonna have to start skipping here. I will say, Mythic Dolphin. 80s toys helped me as a kid, got through my surgeries, and stimulated my dreams. In 2008, I was established and chosen to buy the toys I had wanted but never had as a kid. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's true. It's true. I remember, going through a procedure and my parents, they wanted to reward me for being so brave, and they said pick anything you want, and we ended up going to a place called Toys here in Scarborough, and I ended up getting Power Master Optimus Prime, which was awesome. That was like one of the best gifts I ever had when I was growing up. It was just incredible, and now he's coming out in masterpiece form as the last masterpiece transformer to cross the line, which is kind of weird because they still have masterpiece transformers. Again, very strange. Very strange. Steve Vendetta. It's relative. If the pressure to grow up is coming from a female, would you rather you have spent your time and energy and money on being a womanizer or a substance abuser like a real man? You know what? That is that is an interesting view, Steve. I don't know if I share that view, but interesting. I think I'll leave it at that. Let's see here. Neo Celestia pokes her head into the stream. Was hardcore anime? Was? Excuse me, my guy. You're not allowed to leave the family. I still love anime, Neo Celestia. You know that. I still love anime, but it's taken a secondary role now in my life. But yeah, love Neo Celestia whenever she's able to come into the stream. Always love Neo Celestia. Night one. A few local movie stores back when I was in middle school during the 90s had some selections dedicated to obscure anime. Bao, The Visitor, The Curse of the Undead Yama, of course. Classic anime. A Division, ADV films. Love them, man. Love them. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh yeah, Better Ray Bob. Battle of the Planet, Speed Racer, Star Blazer, Tranzor Z, Voltron were the animes I grew up with before I knew that anime is a thing. 100%. You know what you're talking about, Better Ray Bob. Rustic Island, have a good night, everybody. It was a wonderful weekend. You too, Rustic Island. Thank you so much for popping in. Figuratively speaking, is in the house. What's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? RC's in the house. Flipboard stole that cube from Loki. No, it is a different cube entirely. It really is. No chewing's in the house. What's going on? No chewing. Always great to see no chewing. Justin Mohan, what's going on, brother? Toys are pieces of art, and only people who collect understand collecting action figures. You're not alone there. You're not alone there. And that is always going to be the eternal question for everybody who doesn't understand them. Yeah. Okay. So I was fiddling around with what the that's a terrible thing, by the way. I feel sorry for anybody. I feel sorry for anybody named Karen right now. That's really crazy. Ken, is Ken a thing now? Is that a thing? Really? Karen and Ken? That again, terrible things. They shouldn't be, given that burden. That's just wrong. I got lucky because I got Eternia, but didn't get the king. But I won the king from Toy Habits. Exactly. Frankie Rivera, dude. Toy Habits, incredible. Toy Sorceress, Michael, incredible. Fabian Anthony, yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. I know. Yeah, go ahead. You absolutely 100%. I was in the wrong. I was fumbling for the word. I didn't know the word Neo Celestia. I didn't know the name. I didn't know it. Of course we know who you are. Felicia. Wow, there we go. Oh my god, that's funny. Let's see here. Draconian. I collect toys because it evokes feelings of a time before the world turned into the mess it is now. Things were simpler then. Here's the thing about that, Draconian. The world has always been kind of screwed up. It really has, and it's our childhood memories that keep it and us away from those terrible times. You know what I mean? Um, and that's actually one of the reasons why we come back to it so much, right? But I hear you. It's rough out there. I mean, the price of gas, the price of food, the price of everything that's happening in the world. All these wars and just shootings and God, you just want it to end. And that's actually why this community is so strong together, because we are using our love of action figures, our love of cartoons, our love of popular culture to give us brighter and better things to distract us from the everyday uh, you know just terrible things that are happening. And I feel honored and blessed that I'm part of this community and that you guys are here sharing this with me, especially tonight. Being able to talk and come amongst each other and just share our collective love for everything that we share here. Mythic Dolphin. I just like clothing shopping, ignoring mirrors pretty much. I have one pair of sneakers, one pair of boots, one pair of water shoes, one pair of riding boots. That's it. 8-year-old daughter loves, and we play together. That's excellent. That is so excellent. Thank you for sharing. Kenzo's in the house. What's up, Kenzo? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, everybody. It's actually Saturday right now, but we're not counting. Let's see here. Anybody else I haven't said hi to yet? Neo Celestia. Nerd culture is becoming a lot more mainstream and accepted now. Conventions and other forms of social events and collecting is a lot more known than it was previously. Still, haters are going to hate. That truer words have never been said, Neo Celestia. They really haven't. Smitty X 1981. Good evening from Texas. Good to see you, brother. How you doing tonight? Stanley Eberhard. Or origin. Okay, I'm not going to bother really going into that deep. The philosophy of where Karen. The entomology of Karen. I think we're better than that. Sonic 4K. I love/hate my toys. I enjoy them, but I know that one day I'll have to either sell them or my wealth will throw them out when I die. Yeah, but enjoy them while you can, right, Sonic? I mean, that's what they're for. They really are. 8 a.m. in East Honolulu. You know what? Good morning to you, my friend. Very, very good morning. Let's see here. Anybody else we haven't said hi to yet? A lot of good people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Wolverine, they bobble. Yes, they do. That's exactly what they do. I challenge accepted, apparently. Let's see here. Of course, the Toy Sorceress is in the house. Always great to see her. Todd C. As much as I hate Pops, they've taken over the show floor at SDCC. Pretty much every major vendor has an exclusive Pop, and those scalpers/collectors create traffic jams. LOL. It's crazy. It really has. It's a phenomenon which I still have no idea how it actually got started. Bryce H. I own two, and one was a gift. Cobra Commander. Yes, I sorry, I read that already. I'm actually catching up to where I was. Stormfire Blizzards. Hold on, guys. Toy habits. There we go. Stormfire Blizzard. Pops are the broken collector statue collector. Yeah, I did. I'm actually right and back where I was before. Brian Sadler has 4 of them. Toy Bounty Hunter. Actually, the only Marvel Pops are bobbleheads because if they weren't, Hasbro would have problem with them as they would qualify as action figures. It's also why Star Wars Pops come on stands. That's an interesting bit of trivia. I did not even know that. I'm gonna keep. I have caught up to where I was. Interesting. Okay, so Todd C, always a pleasure. Ryan has 5 of them that are out of the package. Good for you, brother. Good for you. Geeky Reviews, what's going on, my friend? Morning, Jay. I actually have started a declutter, sent a box of figures to another YouTuber. Pops are poo, and I have a few, but not many. Oh my gosh. Yeah, tell it like it is, brother. Tell it like it is. Maquinita Silva. Maquinita Silvia. Silva. What up? What ups? What's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Sorry if I screwed up your name. Togeek Source, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Chaz the Guru. Jay was late because he was dusting his Pops collection. Absolutely not. I resent that. Mythic Dolphin. Yes, I read this one already. Mega J Retro. I am now raising my daughter with an awesome toys, and we are creating stories, adventures, and memories together. Oh my god, that is so amazing! Thank you, Mythic Dolphin. I love these stories that Mythic Dolphin is sending our way. Thompson 51. I was collecting Pops for a few years, but dropped when I started collecting Marvel Legends, Figmas, etc. But sometimes it's the only representation of something I can get, and there it is. Right? That's actually what it is. And it's funny you should have a South Park character. I think that's actually one of the greatest ideas for a Funko Pop, and I don't see nearly as many of these as there should be. I think. Anyway. Comics Legend. I had the same question and thoughts, Rustic. Well, okay. I think there was a question earlier. I didn't even see it. Brian Stadler. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. Getting a figure that represents your childhood, like that Zodiac figure and the first Masters figure I ever had. Yes, and that's actually what happened. I think that, as I said, they're so ambiguous. They're so generic. But you put a different head on. You put a different hairstyle on them, a hat. Put them in like Indiana Jones garb, and all of a sudden, boom, they become something you can collect. Crazy. Comics Legend. Knowing that people should open their toys more often instead of keeping them in packages, knowing we will die, that way we will enjoy them while we are alive. That is not untrue. Smitty, 1981. I told my family that everyone should pick one figure from my collection and donate the rest. There you go. That's a great attitude. That really is. Justin Mohan. You're enjoying yourself. Some adults gamble, do drugs, cheat, and the spouses, and we just collect toys. Isn't that a great thing? Seriously, isn't that so much more humble? All right. Frankie, your entire attic's full of box toys. That is amazing and crazy at the same time. I love it. Lamb Echo 1. Like you, the 3 Pops I own were gifts, but I still reacted as though I was receiving a hot toy when I received. Of course, I'm not going to tell him what the fuck is that. That's not what I'm going to say. I'm never going to say that, right? You have to be gracious and thankful. I mean, they took the time to buy something they think you would love. It's crazy. Jay Sarapio, hey Jay in chat, how goes the war to acquire plastic? It never ends. Paul Declay, Deckel, sorry. Leaving mine to the kids and grandkids, they can divide it up for college money. There you go. Exactly. Toys R Us. We collect because it makes us happy. We should be proud of ourselves. Screw those Debbie Downers. If it brings you joy, then you own it. There you go. Exactly, Toys R Us. 100%. I totally agree. Texas 1911. Don't drink or smoke. So why don't they make you happy? Yeah, there you go. Exactly. 100%. I collect because I'm too old for clubs. There you go. There you go. Let's see here. Who is the Thundercats? Oh, easy there, bro. Easy. Those fighting words. Those are fighting words. Um, just Mohan. I wish I never stopped collecting as a teen. I was kind of still buying Transformers here and there, but not heavily into it. I sort of do have certain regrets, but at the end of the day, you can't look back on it and think. And again, you can you start buying them now at inflated prices. I think that's what you're trying to say, right? You wish you actually still had them all. Yeah, it is. Um, Anybody else? I'm a Ninja Brew. What's going on, my friend? Great to see. I'm a Ninja Brew all the way from South Africa. Always great to see you. Titanium Hanger. Collecting is about completing a collection, but modern stuff goes on longer than the Energizer bunnies. So pick and choose what makes you happy. There you go. Titanium Hanger, Mike. Always a great insight. Thank you, Mike, for being here tonight. Always good to see you. War chest full of toys. No doubt, Jay, it's gotten expensive, but just in 1/6 scale, I could be making a house payment at this point. But who doesn't want a 12-pound battle cat? I mean, I don't know if he's 12 pounds. I don't think he's not 12 pounds. Is he 12 pounds? I know he's heavy, but I didn't think he was 12 pounds. Maybe he is 12 pounds. I don't know. He's a freaking cat. I can't, even if I turn it around, you can't, he's right there, but even if I turn him around, you can't see him. But yeah, maybe he is 12 pounds. Damn. That is actually a really good question. Practice don't matter. I wrote up with my will last year. I should pass a friend of mine that has been selected to help sell the collection, so to take the burden off my family. There you go. That's actually a really good idea. Again, it's something to consider. Because you can't take it with you. You just can't. You can have it buried with you. I think, as I said, I don't know how they're going to fit that cat's lair into my sarcophagus, but it's going to be it's going to be an interesting idea. Justin, Power Master Optimus Prime is my fave. That's awesome. I had him as a kid, and he's amazing. Best to ever. Well, the Masterpiece edition, which is going to be the last Masterpiece off the line, is coming. So I don't know if you're going to pick that one up because it looks awesome. He looks awesome. Chad Stewart. A few days ago, I decided to stop collecting Turtles of Grayskull and canceled a lot of my pre-orders, even that Mondo Chop Chop. Wow, dude. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. But when you reach that point, you reach that point. I totally respect that. I do. Toy Bounty Hunter, being honest, I'm probably not going to have children this late in my life, so I'm going to have to leave it to my nephew, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He can keep it, sell it, donate it, burn it. Absolutely. Again, this is what will happen at the end of the day. I'm sorry to say it, but it is. Later, Ryan. Always good to see you, brother. I hope you have a good night. No, I object to the Ken thing. Easy there. Easy. Titanium Hanger. Been enjoying all the Kandagawa Jet Girls anime. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's right. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Toy Bounty Hunter, Jay, don't worry about the cats that are fitting the car. It will be yes, it probably will be. Justin Credible is in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Justin, let me know if you want to jump on. I'd love to have your opinion on this because they're freaking awesome. Everything else in the world is just materialistic, and we just can't take with us. So if that's the case, why get excited about anything at all? I get you. I totally get you. Titanium Hanger, would be nice to feel the completion, like when the D&D line is done. I would love to feel that. Yes, 100%. Brownie Jacob, BG. Those are Brownie Jacob G. My fiance owns one Funko, and we never opened ours. As for no one opening them, I mean, isn't it the same thing as an inbox collectors not opening their figures, even when it's yes? I totally. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. I guess I was being a little bit disingenuous there. 100%. If you're an inbox collector, same idea, right? I'm just being, a terrible person that way because I do not appreciate Funko Pops. That's just the way I am. So because I'm just making fun of the whole idea that they're just, wallpaper, right? But you're right. You're absolutely right. I love them. Of course, have to represent the toy habits. 100%. I can't go wrong that way. Rhino Hobbies, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Gonzo, watching YouTube got me back into collecting. In a lot of ways, that's my linchpin. Pixel Dan. For the longest time, I didn't know anyone who played and collected toys until I started watching. To me, the forums on YouTube saves toys from dying. There you go. I totally agree with you, Gonzo. 100%. Draconin, spot on, War Chest. 100%. Good night, Neo Celestia. Always great to see you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. Have a staff meeting tomorrow and have to design 3 more merch items before going to bed. Take care, stay safe. You too, my friend. Love you, miss you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. 49er Brian. Jay, I have to ask, what do you think is the next G.I. Joe Classified HasLab? Just curious. I have no clue. I mean, they already, I'm already into the Dragonfly. I backed pretty much every HasLab that's been out right now so far. The His Tank, you know what I mean. So, what's left? I don't know. I would love to see a Terradrome. You know what I mean. I don't know if it's going to be classified. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna have to be like maybe it's the Mauler. I don't know if it's the Mauler. It possibly could be any number of things, really. There's so many Joe vehicles. I mean, like, I've always said I would love to see the Havoc, right? I would love to see the Havoc. You know what I mean? The Snowcat, I think it's too small. You know what I mean? Like a lot of great smaller vehicles that can come to retail. I mean, the Vamp, you know what I mean? It should be in retail. I don't know why it's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's hard to say. You know what? You know what it should be? It should be Globulus, and Nemesis Enforcer. No, we already know Nemesis Enforcer is coming. Nemesis Enforcer, everybody. Nemesis freaking Enforcer, not Immortal Enforcer. Yeah, it's got to be something. It's got to be something else. I don't know. I really don't know. It's really hard to say. But yeah, I would love to see what it is for sure. Ryan Miranda, collectors are like us, never age, because we are ageless as our hobbies are. Absolutely right, 100%, 100%. Comics legend. The great thing about collecting is that we enjoy them, but at the same time, they can go up in value and can be as sold later on when the money is needed. There you go. That's actually very, very true. There is always an upside to it. You might not get what you hope for it, but you never know. Dave, I'd like mine on display like a museum. There you go. I would love to do that too. But that's actually what a lot of us do, right? You know what I mean? Draconin, toys are an effective way to determine the people you want to associate with. There is a really good idea. True. Okay, there's a Coastal Defender or Arctic Blast. Wow. Now a lot of people are saying the flag, like for retro, right? And I don't deny that. That would be really, really cool. But again, if classified scale, you might as well just buy a garage because there's nowhere to store it. It's crazy. Super Mario Brothers 3. Mega Retro. It's hard to be a collector when you're facing eviction from your home. This is true. This is very, very true, and I respect that. I do. And I hope that's not your situation, my friend. I really don't. Having said that, I have to move soon. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going to happen with these things. So yeah, I totally know exactly what you're talking about. But not the eviction part, though. I'm sorry to hear that. That's crazy. Charles Shadid. It's all about the balance in what you bring to your home and life. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Geeky reviews. On a good note, my Duplicate eventually came the other day over a 1-year pre-order here in the UK. I'm glad you got him, man. He was hard, even especially here in North America. It was crazy. Cute Cult. If anyone disses you, just remember Spider-Man has inspired more people than their dumb, judgmental butts. Yes, 100%. And it just rolls off my back. But some people aren't so lucky, right? 49er Brian. I heard Rattler, but would that be too big? Honestly, a Rattler would be great to fight against the Sky Striker. No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I actually think that's a great idea. It is a bit small though compared to the Sky Striker, but you never know. Gonzo, now that we're talking and think about things, I will have a raffle at my funeral, and people can just choose a figure in order they win. I'll be buried with my Mesco TMNT Valverse one Joe and one glow flipper. There you go, Gonzo. Thank you, brother. And I might probably end up doing the same thing. MK Solid 82. I can't stand the people who get older and just let everything, all the fun, go out the window. The men who just talk about sports and their kids, it's so boring. I can still see why they would just do that. Again, there's a perception in everything, right? But I'm not outside of what you're thinking. Funkos aren't my bag either. Yep, It's just a crazy thing for me, Dave. Brownie Jacob G. I blame my Filipino mom and her. Why would you do that? And her figure collecting habits for now. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. You're blessed, brother. You're best. Pare, ingat na. I'm telling you, it's all good. It's all good. Much love. That would be expensive. One, yeah, it would be crazy. Oh wow. Okay, Titanium Hanger has a good idea. The Stinger, yeah, Stinger would be pretty cool. No, wow, the whale would be huge as a classified. Man, that thing would be massive. A regular whale is massive. Holy crap! That's insane. That is insane. Drew Lee. When coming the Bloodsport figures? You know what? I'm wondering about that myself as well. You know, there are a couple of companies with the license. I don't know why it's taking so long. Frankie Rivera, just incredible. What playa? What playa? What you sipping on tonight? Oh, yeah. What is Justin incredible sipping on tonight? Inquiring minds would love to know. All right, we're gonna skip a little bit because it's been a little while. Stormflyer Blizzard. I have a bobblehead of Count Chocula and Frankenberry Blueberry, not Funko. Order the back of the cereal box. 10 to 15 years later, Jada decides to make the figure. I know, right? But it's still lovely to collect, so don't worry about it. Will R. It's a Rattler, maybe. That's a very good guess. I think so. I think you might be right. Warfare's full of choice. Nemesis Immortal is so dumb. I know. I don't understand. I get it. It's a licensing thing. It's a copyright thing, whatever. But still, Toy Bounty Hunter for the HasLab. I say that the Rattler is number one contender, followed by the Moray at number two. Interesting. Titanium Hanger. Yep, the real world gets in the way of collecting, sadly, and I wish I can help with that. Just you do you, Mike. You do you. Don't worry about it. That's all. It's all good. 49 Brian. Why would the HasLab be a Rattler? The Vamp was on Pulse, and I'm hoping the Dreadnought machine. It's the Dreadnought's machine. Yeah, 100%. I totally feel that there are options for everything though, and you never know. Maybe it's a two-piece. Maybe it's a two-pack. Sculpt for Tommy's in the house. What's going on, Tommy? Good to see you. I missed a question, but love toys. Never stopped, never will. There you go. Talk to the man himself. He knows what he's talking about. I love that Tila. Kenzo's Creations. Cobra Night Raven, baby. Ooh, another gigantic beast. If it actually gets made, that thing literally will. That'll be bigger than. Oh my god, that thing's gonna be huge. That'll be way bigger than Snake Mountain. That'll be way bigger than. That'll be around the size of close to the size of lengthwise anyway. Of the open version of Cat's Lair. That thing's huge. Toy Sorceress, have a great night, everyone. Sending hugs. Jay, I'm hitting the hay. Good night, Toy Sorceress. Always good to see you, my friend. Guys, definitely check out Toy Habits. Wonderful toy channel, and of course, toy resource, toyhabits.com. Preppy 1982. Hey, Jay, you can bury the beautiful sword of women's with you and can fit. That's one I will not bury with me, I think. I don't want to be like, what's his name? Aragorn or any I don't want to be buried like a king. I think the Sword of Omens, I think I would donate that. I would donate that to a museum. I think that one deserves to, be out with the people. I made it specifically to be displayed and to be shared. So yeah, I don't think I would deny the world the Sword of Omens. Night Raven would be amazing. It would be. It was crazy. Skullfiber Tommy. The Warthog would be epic. I'd back that. Wow. There's a great idea for sure. The Warthog. Yes. Raymond Chong. You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek. Be proud. Palm in your you know the whole thing. You know the whole thing. Always great to see that Transformers fans. MGO is always a great guy. Guys, MGO's amazing. Will R. A whale would be glorious. A whale would be freaking holy crap. Dented battle armor. I have to cut down on my collecting habits. Only collecting Mondo Motu now. Saving money to go traveling more. Gonna go to Galaxy's Edge in Florida next year. Awesome. I hope you have a great time. James Serapio. Everybody grieving over X-Men 97. You know what? I'm loving the series. I don't know what's going to happen after this run because obviously the original show writer and show director kind of like something happened. I don't know what happened. Just crazy politics, really. Um, let's see here. James Morrison, what's going on, my friend? My friend, Big J, just dropped in. Any guests tonight? No, not tonight. I invited a few, but they're all sleepy, which is fine. You know, there aren't that many crazy idiots like me who do this on a regular. So happy just to be here with you guys. Let's see here. Charles Shadid. Another YouTube channel to watch is Cosplay Chris. I see it as how to make toys into a museum quality artwork. That's awesome. That's awesome. Definitely check out Cosplay Chris, guys. Rhino Hobbies. I think the Rattler will be the HasLab. That would be really cool. Toy Specialist has not gone to sleep yet. What's going on? Go to bed, girl. Go to bed. It's okay. I can hold on. I can hold on. You though need to get up in the morning. War chest full of toys. I should start buying Megatron Funkos and take them and glue them together into one huge Mega Funko Megatron. Autobots will run in fear like the cowards they are and rise. Decepticons rise. Is it really a transformer if it doesn't transform? Brian Sadler. Isn't the Dreadnought Thunder Machine about the same size as the Vamp? No, it's way bigger. It is way bigger than the Vamp, dude. When the Vamp is like this, the Vamp would be like this. The Thunder Machine is like this. Like it's a way bigger machine, way bigger. Still wondering about Motu Night Stalker. Yeah, what happened with that, Dave? That's a good question. It really is. James Morrison, I don't know what hinders my ability to collect anymore. Money or space? It's true. It's true. It's one or the other. It's absolutely true. Charles Shadid, is there a pop culture museum anywhere? A bunch of them. There's a video game magazine. There's video game museums. There's a toy museum. They do exist. So yeah, you just have to look for them, and they're not always in every state or every province. So it is hard to get to them. Pardon me, guys. Mythic Dolphin. The only pop I have is She-Ra riding Swift, and what a wonderful pop that should be. You know, again, there are ones which I have been tempted with. I have been tempted with the Battlecat He-Man. It's in a hunting video. I was very, very tempted. It looks great. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that one was actually very, very tempting. It really was. But I held strong. War Chest of the Toys. I honestly hope that the HasLab is the whale or a warthog. Also, would be badass if it was a playset. That would be. It would be really great. I would love a playset. I would love the Terradrome. I would love the GI Joe base. I would love a lot of these things. Preppy 1982. Hey Jay, mind sharing? If you mind sharing, my friend, what lines do you collect now? Oh man, I mean, I still collect all the lines I've collected forever, but I'm selective now. I think that's the way. That's the safest answer, right? Like I still love GI Joe. I'd love to still make a complete collection of those classified series. It's hard though because there are gaps in my collection, and I really it's hard to go back, right? Like I'm still looking for a snow serpent. I don't know why I could never get one, right? It kept slipping out of my hands. So anybody out there who has a snow serpent and they're willing to part with it for a decent price, let me know. Because I would love to get a snow serpent. He's just awesome. And I'm not talking about the retro card snow serpent. I'm talking about the boxed snow serpent. So Master Universe is always going to be my number one. That's never ever going to leave. Thundercats 100% absolutely. That's definitely one. And I got into a bad habit of actually picking up as many Mondo Master Universe figures as well. I'm an idiot. That's burning the hole in my pocket all the time. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. Like I missed out on Orko. I am so upset. I missed out on Orko. I just couldn't afford it at the time. I didn't have the money, and I missed out on it. I'm gonna beg some of the guys at Mondo to let me buy one. I don't know if they have any safety stock or whatever it is, but if somebody out there at Mondo is nice enough to maybe put one aside for me, so that when I can afford it, I'll be able to get it. I can't believe I missed out on Orko. I was telling everybody to go buy it, and I missed out on it. You know what I mean? Like, I can admit that now, right? And it's one of my biggest regrets because I love Orko. Orko is one of my absolute favorites, and I need to have him. So I'm gonna try and beg borrow No, so I'm gonna get my knees and try to ask somebody at Funko at Mondo to let me buy one of their safety stock. I think it's gonna be one of these awkward moments where maybe I'll bump into one of them at a convention and I'll be like, Bob, is there any chance you could possibly give me uh, the opportunity to buy maybe a second hand? I don't know. I just don't want to have to pay for those. I just don't want to have to pay for those inflated eBay prices. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna have to go. Maybe I'll talk to Attack Peter or somebody. I just beg. I just beg really nicely, like, please, can you please find an extra one somewhere lying around and let me buy it? Like, at the regular price, at the regular price. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know. I feel so bad having to do that, but I did miss out on it. It's really it's unfortunate. It really is. It sucks. But it happens. I mean, like, I can't you can't get everything. You can't get but I need Orko, right? I do need Orko. So, maybe somebody will be nice enough to hold on to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Probably not. A Medulok. You mean Modulok? Uh, Mega Dulok. Is that like a is that a dig at me? If it is, it's okay. But John Smith, Mega Dulok. I don't know. Am I supposed to have two heads? Like, what's the deal there? Um, Dented battle armor. I was thinking we as collectors end up feeling burnt out if we overbuy and buy too much based on impulse purchases. I think it's best focus. I think best is focus. Only focus on properties we are truly passionate about. I'm with you. I'm with you. I've had to cut back. I was buying everything for a while. I was buying absolutely everything for a while. It's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, buy what makes you happy, man. Buy what makes you happy. Tony's Figs, what's going on, brother? Stopping by to say hi to my boy Mega J. Good to see you guys. Check out Tony's Figs on YouTube, guys. You will not regret it. Good to see you, Tony's Figs. Titanium Hanger. YOLO Park. AMK Red 30 might be Transformers. Might they might be. They might be, but I don't think Red. I don't think Red qualifies. Red is disappointing. 49er Brian. Not sure I'll back a HasLab Cantina. It's going to be expensive. You know what? Yeah, that is a good question. They've released parts of the Cantina, several times over. Kezel's Creations. I got the first Funko Cocaine Bear eating an arm. Whoosh. James Serapio. The only one that saved me money was seeing the Mezco TMNT Turtles and Furai Samurai Turtle toys. Too expensive for me to justify, but they ruined other turtles for me. I know it's hard, right? It is really hard. Action Masters. Wow. There's one I haven't heard in a while. Charles Shadid. Thank you, Jay. You have been a wonderful host. Good night and good journey. Good journey to you too, my friend. Have a good evening and a great weekend. Aaron Hardy. No, if it doesn't transform, it's not a transformer. You could call them formers, maybe. Yeah, there's an interesting idea. And I don't disagree. James Serapio. Jay, you need to do you need him mint on card? I took a peek at my snow serpent. I'm not married to him though. All right, bro. Like, definitely we could talk. If you still have the box, I would love to get that box too. Let me know. Let's chat. Let's chat. Dave Sinelli. Funkos make me nervous. They can remove their necks better than I can move 9. Tadam Hanger. No Mondos here and no worries. You know what? I was going to avoid it. I really was, and then I saw the He-Man Deluxe Edition. I couldn't go back. I just couldn't go back, and now I'm stuck. Now I'm literally stuck. Frankie. Amazon had the box Snow Serpent the other day. What? What are you talking about? Don't lie to me, Frankie. Don't lie to me. Frankie, if you see it again, send me a message. Like, what the F? Please, do help a bro out. Help a bro out here. Help a brother out, my friend. Clint Jorgensen, Jay, our baby boy, but wow, our baby boy turns 4 weeks old on Monday, and he's catching his first live show of the King of Friday. Oh, don't torture the poor kid. Like, let him go to sleep. Clint, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. And congratulations on your baby's 4-week anniversary. That's That's amazing. Congratulations, brother. Brian, I missed out on Jabba's shale barge. Didn't have enough dough. Yeah, I know. It happens. It happens. Or so yeah. Just turn the knife. Turn the knife, RC. Turn it. Turn the knife. Oh my God. Brian Slatter. We got Soundwave the Transformers. Turn it. I know that's not really a thing. No. Sorry, Brian. That doesn't qualify. That does not qualify, my friend. It just does not. Oh, okay. Wait, 45? Was that the right price? That seems a bit high to me. Guys, somebody PM me the link. I would love to see it because right now I was trying not to overspend. I was trying not to overspend. Let's see here. Frankie Rivera. Mondo did say that they'll be selling extra stock. God, I hope so. Because honestly, I haven't seen another Orko come up. So, oh man, I need my Orko. Let's see here. Aaron, I had both Hordaks before I got out of Mondo. One of my collections. One of my collecting regrets. Man, I need Hordak. I've just been so resistant to. I wanted the Filmation Hordak. I think that's the one I wanted. Again, Mythic Dolphin. Just twist the knife a little bit. Come on, go ahead, twist it. Ask Flipper Frank. I know, right? Oh my god. Flipor. Damn you, Flipor. Congratulations, Mythic Dolphin. I'm so happy for you. Honestly, congratulations. That's so great. That is so amazing. I really appreciate that. I wish I could get two of them. I just need one. All I need is one. Frank Rivera. Now I wish I grabbed two Orcos. Right? Just crazy. Turtle Toys. Hey Jay, are you keeping your King Grayskull in box? What King Grayskull? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you guys are. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you mean. I don't know what who is this King Grayskull? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Andrew Davis. A shorter list will be on Mega J's Don't Collect. I know, right? You guys are terrible. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Clint, our baby boy has helped me refocus my love of collecting, and he will be playing with a smaller Mondo Orco coming June and July. That is so cute. God, I am so pissed off. I'm so pissed off on myself. But again, I just didn't have the money. And technically I still don't have the money, but I'll make it work. Again, Mondo, somebody out there, please let me just, if you can find it in your heart, somebody out there, right? Peter, Bob, somebody, just have maybe if you have some safety stock, let me just like do a PO order. I don't know. We'll do something, right? Let me grab him. I'll buy it. That's all I have. Like retail. I just want retail price for that guy. That's all I want. I would love to have the payment plan though. That would have been nice. War Chest Full of Toys. If you put your name on the notify me when they are back in stock, they will email you. I picked up an extra Battle Cat on the first of the Mondo. First one from Mondo is good about giving you an opportunity to get one. You know what? There's a good idea. Maybe that's what I should do. But I'm hoping that I'll have the funds around that time because sometimes the way Mondo does it, they'll have a figure you need to buy, and then they'll reissue the other figures during that time. I can't do that. I just can't do that. Like seriously, Mondo, what the hell, man? Like they had Rogue, and then they reissued Gambit at the same time. Not that wasn't a good plan. That was a great plan. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. We're just full of toys. And if you need Orko, I ordered 3. If they can't help you, I should. Dude, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. Thank you. Definitely, if I can't get one, I would maybe I'll reach out to you or to anybody has an extra or whatever. I appreciate that. I really do. I really, really do. Thank you, guys. Not on Amazon Canada. I know that's the problem. That is the problem. But you know what? I would love to try. I would love to try and figure it out anyway. Was he really? Okay, maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Brian Sadler. That's the high I got from the mutton junkyard for 40 bucks. Oh wow. That's yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? That is what I'm saying. I think it's a bit high. Yes, I saw that. That's nuts. That is nuts. Cartoon Bane? Animated series Bane? Justin, again, I can't keep up. I just can't keep up. Bryce H, probably a wrestling figure in a snow serpent. I know, right? I know, right? Just crazy. Just crazy. Snow. I know. Beautiful. I love Hordak. TF Thruster. What up from Texas? Good to see you, TF Thruster. Always great to see TF Thruster in the house. Dave Sinelli. Hope he doesn't get arrested. Huh? What are you talking about? James Morrison. You will get your Orko. I have faith. I really hope so too. Hopefully something will happen. They'll reissue him or something. But I want the deluxe version. I don't want the retail version because I need that. I need that spell book, man. I need that spell book. Eternia 2024. Yeah, I might have one. I don't know what anybody's talking about. Anyway, whatever. Seguimo de Pai. Seguimo de Pai. What's going on, my friend? I hope I pronounced your name right. Hey Jay, I'm over 50 and I'm still collecting. Do you know if a Masterverse Castle Grayskull is? God, man, Seguimo, I'm still crossing my fingers for a freaking Masterverse Castle Grayskull. That is something I need because I missed out on Classics Castle Grayskull. My friend, I would love to be on that train. I would love to know if something's coming because I will save up for it. I will. Clint Jorgensen, Mondo is the greatest, but it's a slippery slope. I promise you, I would just buy He-Man and Skeletor and quit. But now on Batman and X, I know, right? Clint, it's crazy. Mythic Dolphin, good night and good journey. Good night and good journey to you, my friend. Always great to see the Mythic Dolphin. Dave, Snorting Hardak. Hope he doesn't get. Oh, I got you. Nice one. That's a good one. Toy Bounty Hunter, Deluxe Snow Serpents were 34. There, see? That's why I'm saying that price just it doesn't. It's a bit high. I mean, it's only $5. I think it's only $5 more, but I'd rather get the original price. Andrew Davis, Mondo Thundercats is going to be sending me to the floor. I know, right? Wait, has that been confirmed? I'm going to talk to those guys. I'm going to find out what's going on with that. Jay, you are insane. So many players. But I know that's the one I just need. That one I really need. That's one, just like the Thundercats Castle Air. I truly need a Castle Grayskull. And then I can stop. I can stop after. I know that's the problem, right? I keep saying that. But would buy a Mondo Grayskull if they. You're not wrong. Good. God damn it, you're not wrong. TF Thruster, does Masterverse have any playsets? Not yet. Which is why I'm saying we need a Masterverse Castle Grayskull out of everything. Justin Mahan, how would Masterverse Castle Grayskull be different classes? It would be slightly bigger. Number one. Number two, there's a lot of different things that could be had inside of Masterverse Castle Grayskull. And really, there aren't. We need a freaking Masterverse Castle Grayskull, man. Come on, don't deny me. Thanks for being here tonight, guys. And of course, the burning question: are you too old to collect toys? And I think we've already answered that. No, you are not too old to collect toys. You are only as old as you feel, and you should be free to do whatever you want. Don't let anybody tell you what you should do or should not do. Toys are great, right? Be geek, be proud. All those crazy things. Geek proud, right? This is the way. This is the way, everybody. Chris Allen agreed 100%. I totally believe in that. It's my absolute belief. $35, sadly. Yeah, okay, fine. So maybe $40 is not a bad price. All right. Can't wait for that Orko. I picked up the mini comic Trap Jaw. Not that I need 3 different freaking trappies. Oh, Kenzo, you're making me jealous. Oz Ramanda's Toys. Oz is in the house? Never! That's right, Oz. Always great to see Oz. Oz, pop in if you want for the last couple of the last half an hour. Would love to see the Oz in the chat. Clint Jorgensen, can't wait for the summer reveals. Remember last summer when we hit the toy habits last summer and Image of the Cat's Lair broke? It was classic. Yes, it was. Absolutely classic. Titanium Hanger, kids are kids and old enough to collect. If you as the parents want them to collect, yes, absolutely. TF Thuster, 50, I still collect. You know what? I'm not that far away. I'm not that far away. Justin Mohan. I wonder if BBTS will still get Mondo exclusives. You never know. They just got one now, right? A comic book trap jaw. So I mean, yeah. The answer is yeah. Just lying down to bed, brother. All right, no worries, Oz. Always great to see the big Oz Tremendous Toys. If you haven't already, guys, subscribe to Oz on YouTube. Great creator, and of course, great friend of the channel. Geeky Reviews. On another, I just received the elusive Duplico. Been ordered for him for nearly. Didn't you say that earlier, Geeky Reviews? But yes, congratulations, my friend. That is awesome. I'm glad you finally got your hands on him. That's crazy. So guys, it's we are going to start winding it down a little bit, but I did want to mention a couple of things before we wind down. Thanks for taking I saw your KevCon video. Awesome, looked like you had a good time. Was small and manageable. Oh yeah. That's right. Sorry. Just taking a look at somebody else's message. So guys, did want to mention that if you are looking to spend money on toys, why not save some money on toys? Good friends of the channel, Titan Toys is actually having a 72-hour sale coming soon. It's running from April 24th to the 26th, and if you use their code Titan72, you can save up to 20% on your purchases. This is a great opportunity to pick up anything that's in stock at TitanToys.com, and they have some great action figures. A lot of high-end figures. They have the Red Gullwing. They've got Mezco, a lot of Mafex, Transformers, GI Joe. They've got Black Series Jabba the Hutt in stock right now. Ghostbusters Plasma Neutrona Wand, Carnage. They've got the Mafex Wolverine comic version. They've got tons of great figures. All the prices on TitanToys.com are inclusive of tax. So take 20% off anything that you see here with the code that's in stock, and you guys are in for a really good time. They got Chester Cheetah. They've got a Super 7 Ultimates Shredder, Mondo Skeletor. Beautiful stuff here. Yeah, lots of great stuff. Even Street Fighter from Jada Toys, NECA. Lots of great figures on the go. And of course, as I said earlier, they got the Vamp, man. They got the freaking Vamp. Mutt and Junkyard. Jeez Louise, I screwed that up again. And Dr. Doom. Lots of great figures here. They've even got the Heat Boys, Michelangelo and Leonardo. And right now, between April 24th to the 26th, use code Titan72 to save 20% on your purchase. It's a great opportunity to save some money on action figures. Again, we're all trying to save in this economy. So guys, definitely head over there. Take a look at their pre-orders as well, because they got some really great stuff going on. And of course, everybody we were just talking about Rage Toys a little earlier. So guys, definitely head over here. Check out Titan Toys. You won't regret it. 72-hour sale, April 26th, April 24th to the 26th. Save up to 20% off using code Titan72. They are supporters of the channel, and I really would appreciate it if you guys did check that out. Again, all their prices are inclusive of tax, and for all you American purchasers, they do free shipping to Canada and the United States as long as you spend $275 or more. And again, the Canadian dollar, you guys can pick up quite a bit of stock here in Canada for amazingly low prices. So definitely check out TitanToys.com for their 72-hour sale. And I did want to give a shout out to Delta 17, who just opened up their store for purchasing Delta 17 products. Guys, if you haven't already, definitely check out Delta 17. They are amazing 3 3/4 inch O-ring figures. O-rings done right, everybody. O-rings done right, because we know for a fact that although O-rings are back for Hasbro Pulse. Oh gosh, I literally just hit that on the noggin, and everything dropped. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on for a second here. I totally screwed that up. Really? Oh my god. That was a bad one. That was really bad. Oh, I should turn in my nerd card right now. My geek freaking card, I should turn it in. I screwed that one up big time. Holy crap. Come on, Shepard. Cooperate with me. Come here. Okay. Yeah, guys, definitely check out Delta 17. They're doing some amazing work with these amazing, incredible looking figures for their 3 3/4 inch O-ring line. And as I was saying earlier, we know that O-rings are back with GI Joe. But honestly, these guys are top notch. You cannot get much better than these guys. They look incredible. Brand new figures coming out in the line, and they have more on the way. Definitely check out Delta 17 Toys on .com. Sorry, Delta17toys.com, and head over towards their Shopify page, their shopping cart page. A lot of great stuff going on here, and you guys will not regret it. Amazing lore. They have a comic book coming soon. Definitely check out Delta17toys.com. I am a huge fan of these guys. I'm just gonna bring myself up a little bit here. Hey, stop it! Where are you going? Yeah, you got to see these guys. They are absolutely incredible. Like the detail and finish on these guys is just crazy. You know, the guns, they look amazing. The accessories, top notch. And look at the sculpting on this. Like that is just in freaking incredible. Seriously. These guys are kicking ass, right? 100%. Definitely check out delta17toys.com and check out some of the brand new figures. And you can save actually on your purchase 10% if you use the code Delta1710. I, I'll have a link in the description below where you guys can take a look at that code. But yeah, definitely check these guys out. 100%. They are killing it right now. And they will be having an announcement soon coming up for Joe Fest later on this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I will actually be at Joe Fest this year. It's going to be hilarious, and we're going to have a lot of fun while we're there. Really quickly, though, I did want to go over a few things which I thought were really interesting. The Cobra, Hiss, Techno Viper, and HMS, people have been receiving notices that these things are going to start shipping very, very soon. So yeah, guys, speaking of GI Joe, this is just getting really exciting. $74.99. You can do the pre-order right now if you don't want to miss out on this one. So guys, and this, of course, if you did get the Hiss tank, this is definitely the tow hitch and why it was actually invented for that particular vehicle. So yeah, guys, definitely don't miss out on the Techno Viper and HMS. It's about to start shipping right now. So this pre-order button is going to disappear. Trust me, it's going to be absolutely crazy. So don't miss out on that one. I wanted to say that the 40th anniversary Voltron from Playmates. I'm not that excited about this because it's a lot of plastic, and each figure is $19.99 plus the black line, which is $29.99. This is a crazy price. 2, 4, 6, 8, like $110 separately. I think they might have a $100 gift pack. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be a thing. But the one great thing about these figures is that they make lights and sound. So if you're into like voice clips from the original cartoon, this actually might be something for you. And it should be noted that this is actually just a re-release of the Playmates edition that was released, I think it was 10 years ago. So it's not exactly new. It's just a reissue. But mind you, if you missed out on that version, this is another chance to get it without paying the inflated prices on eBay. So definitely check these out. There's a full review on Pixel Dan's channel, which was pretty good. So definitely check that out because he goes over all the details and some of the voice clips that you can expect from this particular release for the 40th anniversary edition. Our good friends over at Toy Habits just broke the news, and this is really exciting, that official Vipor images have shown up on Amazon, and the actual listing for Vipor is on Amazon. If you guys want to find out what that listing is, head over to toyhabits.com. An amazing opportunity here to take a look and bookmark the Amazon page so that you don't miss out on this guy. And he's looking badass, as you can see here. Holy crap. I love the way this guy looks. Now, kid, again, uh, all things considered, he is a kit bash of a lot of different figures. I mean, you can see Clawful's legs right there. You can see Clawful's arms, or is that Whiplash's arms? Um, the biggest thing, the details here are definitely his sash, his belt, and of course his brand new armor set, and his head. His head, of course, is Viper, who's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's actually modeled after the Viper head for the Eternia playset. So that's actually a really, really cool thing. And he has what appears to be Evelyn's staff, but it's got two bones instead of a straight staff. So that's really cool. This guy is looking really badass, and of course, another wonderful addition to the Master of the Universe Origins line. The link is up on Amazon right now, and if you want to find out what that is, head over to toyhabits.com. Take a look at the link, bookmark it, so that you don't miss out on this because he's going to go fast. I am pretty sure, and he does look freaking impressive, guys. Look at him there doing the Running Man. I love this guy. Definitely got to give him definitely have to get him into my collection as soon as possible. I mean, he's got an articulated jaw, articulated neck. This guy freaking looks amazing. So don't miss out on getting your copy of Viper into your collections, everybody. Head over to head over to toyhabits.com. Click on the article for Viper and get that Amazon link for your very own, and get yourselves Viper as soon as he comes out. Good friends of the channel, Canal dos Los Mineros broke this amazing story that was featured. If you guys are into Dungeons and Dragons, there was a leak earlier in the week that Sheila, Invisible Sheila, will probably be heading to our pre-orders very, very soon. The story was broke by Toy Hunters Hollow, and amazing to see this figure. Toy Hunters Hollow alone as well says, so excited for this one. Love transparent figures. Can't wait for the other kids to start coming into the next waves. This is something that should have come out in the Hasbro edition. It did not. And now the Hasbro edition is pretty much, I don't think they're going to be renewing it, which is sad because I really would have liked to see, more figures in the line. And Tiamat, we need Tiamat, man. If Super 7 could deliver me a Tiamat, I think I'd be very, very happy. The Sheila figure is looking pretty cool. Of course, it is just Sheila translucent, but come on, that's her thing, right? That is what Sheila is supposed to look like. So, really excited for this figure. Don't know if it's going to be a Super 7 exclusive. Hopefully, it comes to Big Bad Toy Store and the like. But honestly, the track record for this is probably going to be Super 7 exclusive, just like Invisible Tigra. So don't miss out on this one when she finally gets released, guys, because this is the invisible girl that we want in our lives, 100%. And don't forget to check out Toys Hunters Hollow, who helped to break this news on Canal dos Los Mineros, as in cooperation with Canal dos Los Mineros. Wonderful stuff, guys. This is going to be great. And one last, oops, that's not right. One last little tidbit to go over. Toy Hunters Hollow also highlighted this little gem. If I can find it again, where did it go? I could have sworn I just saw it. Wrong one. Let's go to Canal dos Los Mineros. It's actually easier. Canal dos Los Mineros showcased this little gem as well. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and also good friends of the channel, Thundercats Classics, also talked about this. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Thundercats figure this year is another translucent figure, Ghost Groon. Freaking crazy. Unfortunately, they still haven't fixed his hips. That's going to be the standard thing. Don't even bother thinking about that. But yeah, Ghost Groon is going to be a thing at San Diego Comic-Con this year. So if you are at San Diego Comic-Con, this will be the exclusive figure. At least that's what's rumored. So guys, a lot of great things happening in the toy world. I'm not just trying to speed through this. I actually did want to talk about these things, but we got so carried away with a wonderful conversation for, are we too old for toys to collect toys? And I think the resounding consensus is that no, we are not. You are only as old as you feel, and that is old enough. Thanks, guys. Frankie Rivera, great stream, good journey, and geek proud. You too, Frankie. Always great to see you. War Chest full of toys. For real, I just dropped my X-Men figures because I'm tired of the out of nowhere drops and then dropping them 3 in the same month. You can't budget for anything. It's crazy. It really is. Toys are going nuts right now. It's just absolutely nuts. James Sarapio. Jay, if you see a Mezco TMNT set on Canadian site MSRP, please ping me. Brother, go to TitanToys.com. I'm pretty sure Titan Toys will have that on pre-order. Let's have a quick look. I'm probably going to eat my words there, but I'm relatively sure that Titan will probably have it. Let's find out. TMNT. Let's see what comes up. Oh, there it is. Isn't that it, or is that something else? Let me check here. What is that? No, that's something completely different. Yeah, this is who is this? It's only $100. I think it's Playmates. No, it's 4 points. No, it is Mesco. Wait, what? That can't be right. What the hell? Okay, I might be looking at this wrong. This is the other set, right? That's a different set entirely. If it is, get it now. It's $100. That's crazy. I might be reading into that wrong. But anyway, let's keep going. Maybe they have it further down. That freaking transformer. That's gonna kill me. Yeah, not too sure. I don't see it listed here yet. The one that you're talking about. But they do have the other sets. So if you guys are interested in that one, I mean, it is there. Let's see if there's anything else in here. I literally just did a review on that. For some. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Found it. Yeah, there you go. I found it. So James, there it is. Now remember, this is inclusive of tax. So if you are interested in this set, James, it's $599.99. Oh God, it's sold out. Oh, but I would still bookmark this, and actually, I would call Titan because they will probably order extra, James. So that's something to consider. And again, this is inclusive of tax, so don't forget that. So yes, and they do have payment plans available as well. I would call them and find out if they have extra stock which they can sell you, because knowing Titan, they'll have a couple of extra sets on hand when it lands. So James, if you are interested in this for whatever reason, definitely check it out. Once again, this is inclusive of tax, so you should consider that as well, James. Osterman's Toys. Always good to see Oz. Frankie, TF Hustler. He's salutations to everybody. Geeky Reviews. On another note, exclusive Duplico arrived. I thought I keep reading that one. Did I go too far back? I'm wondering about that. Let's see here. Anybody else that I haven't said hi to or goodbye to? Kenzo, good show, dude. I'm off to bed. Have a good night, everybody. You too, brother. You too. Country Boy 9, what's going on, my friend? Congratulations on the success of Flipboard Campaign J. Thank you so much, Country Boy 9. But you and everybody else who helped to make it happen, thank you for making this a success. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Justin Mohan, do you think Hatter will ever do a piss tank? Maybe one day. Wink. Something might happen. You just never know. But we definitely would have to talk to Jonathan. I think that he holds the copyright on that one. Let's see here. Congratulations, War Chest Full of Toys. HMS should be there Wednesday. That's awesome. James, dude, first time I was on this channel, you were considering pre-ordering a better Voltron. Ha ha ha. Very funny. But we'll see. We will see. Who's Pixel Dan? That's funny. War Chest Full of Toys. That's hilarious. I know, right, Frankie? That's exactly what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. Timbro from Limbo, aren't those snake face shoulders? I don't know. I could be wrong. No, again, I was just throwing things out there. I didn't know who it was, but it could be. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is snake face. Justin Mohan, I didn't know Vipor was a fan of the '90s doing the Running Man. I know, right? Good one. Good one, bro. Timbo from Limbo. Stop motion on toy filmmakers could make use of her. Absolutely. 100%. Stunt Puppet Studios, man. Justin Mohan. TMN2 exclusive is so boring. What? Dude, I don't know about that, man. I really don't. Frank Rivera. And wrong head. It has 2 teeth. Oh, interesting. Truth. Very true. I wonder if they'll include the second head, though. I wonder if they'll include the second head on Groom. You never know. Todd C. Thanks, Jay. Always enjoy these late night fighter streams. Take care. You too, Todd. Have a good night, my friend. Have a good weekend. Good journey. RC. Mezco, 5 points. Got you. War Chest Full of Toys. You can't call it a transformer if it doesn't transform. Then I guess somebody better call 3-0. Well, this is my point, right? Those are more like I suppose. Again, it depends. Those are the mini turtles. No, I know, but I think you're talking about these ones, right? So I mean, it is possible. Let me know. This is what you're talking about, right? Like the actual. It's like $600 freaking dollars. Clint Jorgensen. What do you think about the Gargoyle Detective Broadway? If it's the only way to get his wings, that would be sad. That would be a sad thing if it's the only way to get his draped wings. That would be very, very sad. He looks great, though. He looks great. Anigama. Anigam H. Anigama. I am trying, my friend. Never ending collection. It is true. It's so true. War Chest Full of Toys. A great show, Jay. I don't know how you keep up with it all. I'm firing into the chat nonstop. Have a kick-ass weekend. Everyone, see you in the chats and outside of your windows at night. Take it easy, War Chest Full of Toys. I try my best. I think that's really what it ends up being. Justin, good night, Jay. Thanks for the stream. Always looking forward to Friday. Thank you so much, Justin. Great seeing you at the ToyCon. It was great seeing you at Toying Around. Laura A. Transformers is a brand, and I want 6-inch figure representation for Transformers like Spike, Sparkplug, Chip, Charlie, and a few other characters. Like the Only Human, RP, Springer, and RC. There you go. That entire Rodimus Prime and all those guys, that would be sick. And yeah, that would be really cool. Old IT guy. Good evening, Jay. What did I? Oh my God, are you serious, brother? Always good to see Old IT guy in the chat. Even though it's this late, man, I go back to bed, brother. We'll talk soon, okay? We will talk soon. But thank you for popping in. That is freaking awesome. Always good to see you, man. James Serapio, Old IT guy here, dude. It's been a while. Absolutely. Yeah, those are the ones. Definitely give them a call. You might be able to get them to reserve a set for you, and with the payment plan. Try it, James. Try it. You just never know. It might actually be a thing. Guys, I think it's an age-old question that we're asking. You know, are we too old for toys? I think the answer is no. I think that you can collect for as long as you want, whenever you want. It's your hobby. Enjoy it. Live it, love it, and don't let anybody ever tell you that you're too old for anything, because you are the one who controls what you want. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good journey. Geek proud.